Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and if you love all things thrifted and vintage and refashioned and upcycled and DIY, you are definitely in the right place because I put out brand new rockin' Refashionista videos every single week. So subscribe, tell all your friends, and let's get everyone remaking their wardrobe and creating their own unique style. Today though, you may have noticed, I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but this dress fits me perfectly on the top, and look at the back, man. Look at that. It is so incredibly 80s, the shoulder pads, everything is just perfection on the top. It's the bottom where we have an issue. I don't know what body shape this was made for, but I'm thinking something like this and on the bottom, which is definitely not me. I am absolutely that kind of a shape. So today we are going to transform this awesome 80s office lady dress into something that I can actually wear. And I would love it if you would join me on the Refashionista journey. For this hopefully quick and easy Refashionista project, all you need is your button-down dress. And again, this doesn't have to be vintage. It can be from any era or one you just have already in your house. Plus, of course, your sewing gear. Now, because the top of this button-down dress totally fits me fine, the very first thing I'm going to do is simply remove the top from the skirt part. And although this is going to be time-consuming, it is super duper simple at the end of the day. So I'm just going to pop something on my tablet and grab my seam ripper and remove the top from the bottom. Okay, this actually came apart very, very easily. It was just a couple of minutes, so that is awesome. Now, oh look, it also had belt loops that I actually hadn't noticed before, so all this is going to go in my stash, these cute little things to be used at a later date, I think. So I'm going to set the bottom aside for now, but I do have a very awesome tutorial coming right up for that. And this here, you see, all I have to do is iron this up. I'm just going to iron that and then give it a lovely clean hem. And then I'm going to have a really cool cropped crossover shoulder pad 80s jacket blazer thing. So, yeah, I'm going to go do that. Okay, so now it's time to do something with the skirt part that was removed. And I had actually asked across all my social media platforms what you thought I should do with the entire dress, how to upsize it or rework it, refashion it. And I got so many absolutely awesome ideas that I'm definitely going to be using some of them in the future. But for today, I scored these trousers, where of course on the Carrot app, and I'll be sharing my next awesome Carrot haul and all the wonderful things I got in an upcoming video, and these are included in that. So I'm actually a bit ahead of myself here because when I saw this and these together, I mean, come on, that is a match made in heaven. And these trousers are just that little bit too small for me. So I can get them on and everything, but they're just that little bit uncomfortably tight. So I figured let's do something really simple and open up the side seams and add a couple of upsizing panels from this very cool polka dot yellow fabric. And then I'll kind of have a matching suit, right? With the blazer and the trousers, they'll match. It'll be awesome. So let's do that right now. All right, so I have these trousers. Actually, I think they're more like culottes than trousers, but whatever. Anyway, I have them inside out, and I just want to point out, these are the weirdest pockets ever. Now, as we all know, women's pockets are just weird. They're either fake or non-existent, or this here, it's like a funnel. So it's tiny to begin with, but then it gets even smaller as you reach the bottom. So that's just crazy. I don't know. We might have to add new pockets. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so seam ripper is actually getting a workout today, I think. So, yeah, I'm just going to carefully unpick the side seams down both sides of these culotte trouser pants. Okay, so I now have the side seams totally open all the way down, and As I mentioned before, these aren't massively tight on me, but they're tight enough that it's not comfortable. So I think I'm just going to add, I don't know, about 2-ish centimeters of fabric to each side. So it's just going to be almost like a cool tuxedo stripe going down each side. So now I have to make those panels. So I have my chopped skirt inside out, and I buttoned up all the buttons because I don't want to have to faff about with trying to match up all the sides, and I just have it laid flat, and it's as flat as I can possibly get it. Now, I do have an idea for the top part and the pockets, so I want to keep that intact as much as I can. So I think I'm just going to chop, maybe here's a button, so let's use that as the guide, and I'm going to chop on through right below that button, and then I'll be able to use this remaining piece to make my upsizing side panels. Okay, so the top part and the pockets are going in my stash for a tutorial coming up very soon, of course, and this is going to be used to make my groovy upsizing side panels. So, like, that's way more than enough fabric, and luckily the length of this is more than enough to go down the entire length of those trousers from the waistband all the way down to the bottom hem, because they're like culottes, so they're short. So this is more than enough. I have the bottom part now folded in half, and you can see here it did have a slit in the back. Now clearly I don't want to use that, but that's fine. I don't have to. So I'm just going to chop straight above this area here where this back slit flap starts, and this still gives me more than enough fabric to make my panels. Now this is going in my stash, and this is finally what we're going to use. But first I have to cut it in half. I have my open side seam trousers with the right side facing up, so the pocket and everything is facing up. And I have my lovely chopped insert, which I think is the perfect size. And how awesome is this? This was the bottom hem of the dress originally, and it's like all finished and lovely. So I'm just going to use that as the top for my waistband area, and then I don't have to worry about anything because it's pretty much already finished. So I'm just gonna match up both of my fabrics here with the right sides facing, and then I simply have to go and stitch all the way down to attach these, and then of course flip it around and do the same on the other side. So let's do this first step first. Alrighty, it is all stitched on now, and you can see that, as always, I did my straight stitch, then I did a tight wide zigzag right close to the edge to help prevent fraying and just for some extra sturdiness, because I don't have anything fancy like a serger. So this is the easiest way to finish off the edges there. And let's flip it around. La la! Doesn't that look absolutely brilliant? I think these are going to come out so perfect. I am very excited. So now it is time to attach the other side, like so, matching up, right sides facing, and there you can see what it's going to look like. That is just going to be so gorgeous. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to do a straight stitch, and then I'm going to do the zigzag, and then repeat the whole process on the other open side, and then the trousers will be done. Oh, except, of course, I'm going to have to hem up the bottom here, but that's very easy. Already, both sides are totally finished now, and I just want to say that I know I'm going to get comments that are saying, "Oh, your stitching is so messy. Me, look at the inside, blah, blah, blah," because I get them all the time. And you know what? I don't care. This is the inside of these trousers. And you know what? I have stitched this, so it's not going to go anywhere. So unless someone is going to come up and pants me, and if you don't know what that is, congratulations, you had a fairly good trauma-free childhood. If you do know what it is, You know what I'm saying? No one's going to come, pull my pants down, and have a freak out about what my interior seams look like. And as I always say, perfection is the enemy of good enough. And you know what? These look absolutely fantastic from the outside. So why do I have to care that the inside maybe looks a little bit messy? Because again, who's seeing that? No one. And these are super, super sturdy seams. So never let anybody put you down for trying, and not just trying, but in fact doing, because you know what? What are you doing with your life, right? As Guy would say, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is absolutely adorable, and it came out perfectly, and people always want to see the waistband top when I do these kind of upsizes. So there's one side, there is the other side, and you can see how adorable does this look, and the bottom as well, just so cute. But I have a quick question here. Remember those belt loops that were on the top of the dress that I actually didn't know existed? I'm thinking, should I put them on the trousers, or is that like too much here? I don't know. If there's only 3 of them, right? So I could put two on the front, right at these kind of pleat areas, and then 1 in the middle of the back. I don't know. That might be too much. That might be too like juvenile looking. I don't know. You let me know down below what you think, if I should add these on or not. But it is now definitely time to take these awesome upsized culotte trousers and this gorgeous matching blazer and go try them on and style them up. Are you freaking kidding me? How easy was that, and how awesome did it come out? Again, I once again have shocked my own little refashionista self with this one, because I was sure I wanted to do or try to do like a blazer on top, but it came out perfectly. And you see I changed the button down here, and it's just fantastic. The trousers though, oh my God, are they ever awesome? As always, let me know if you're going to make one of these, and for sure, if I'm ever at the thrift store or scrolling through my secondhand shopping apps, I am absolutely going to be snapping up all of the dresses that have big shoulder pads, the crossover, because wowza, this came out so much better than I had imagined, and it's definitely a keeper. This one is staying in my wardrobe. Speaking of wardrobes, I have something a little bit exciting to share that is absolutely going to fancy up your wardrobe if you take advantage of it, and that is my brand spanking new site where I have my ebooks, and even better, I have mini courses now that cost less than $10. So you really can't go wrong. And even better than that, I have launched my new and improved Patreon, and over there for only $2 a month now, you will receive monthly downloads with your membership that include ebooks, Refashionista designs, extra tutorials that nobody gets to see but my Patreon members, as well as tons of tips and tricks. It's fantastic. And again, it's $2 a month, which for you may not be a lot of money, but for me, it does really help behind the scenes. So 100% please do go check out my new Refashionista Sheri ebooks and mini courses. And of course, pop on over to Patreon. I still don't know how to say it. Everybody says it differently. And see all the wonderful things that you get. And of course, you get to appear in the end credits, right? Along with these fine folks here. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag. This has to be one of my absolute favorite makes of 2024 so far.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.